Hi everyone, it's Fiona from YBR St Mary's and it's Mortgage Monday. Hope you've all had a fabulous weekend. Today we're going to discuss favourable purchases and what they are. The reason for that, last week I met up with a couple of clients who were really excited because their parents were selling them their house for $200,000 cheaper. So the house is worth, the market value is $850,000 and they're selling it to the kids for $650,000. Which is excellent. That's like a $200,000 gift or deposit that they don't need to save for. Now, there are other kinds of favourable reasons for favourable purchases as well. So, for example, it's been on the market for a while and the vendors just want to get rid of it, or it's in danger of foreclosure from the vendor, or even it's a deceased estate. So this is when a favourable purchase often comes into play. So there are pros and cons with favourable purchases. Now, first of all, the massive pro is the fact that because you're getting it at a discounted price, that's kind of like the deposit that you don't need to save up for. So it's like they've saved $200,000 because they're getting it $200,000 less than the market value, which is fantastic. And the banks will look at that as a gift from the parents. Now, there are a couple of drawbacks that you need to take into consideration when you're purchasing a property as a favourable purchase. First of all, now as I mentioned, you're purchasing, for example, of course, you're purchasing a property for $650,000 and it's worth $850,000. So you're a first home buyer, and we all know first home buyers up to $650,000 you don't pay stamp duty, which is fabulous. Now, when it comes to stamp duty, for a favourable purchase, they will always go at the full value of the property, the market value, which means you will not receive any benefits for stamp duty or any of that at all, because it's actually worth $850,000. So you'll have to pay this full stamp duty. I think it's a bargain anyway, $200,000. But still, you need to remember it's market value that the banks are looking at. Now, if it's actually a property that you're buying from your parents and it's their investment property, your parents will need to remember that they will need to pay capital gains tax on the full price of the property. So they're going to pay capital gains tax on an $850,000 property, not what they sold it to you for. So you need to remember that, and they need to be aware of that as well. Now, there are a few other things that you need to be aware of. So I highly recommend speaking to your broker, because not all banks accept favourable purchases, and you want to make sure that you go to the right bank with the best rate and deal for what you need. So so that's favourable purchases from me. So remember, there are pros and cons. Please speak to your broker about what's best for you and which way to go. And thank you. Have a great week.